Yo, what's good, guys? Today I just wanted to talk about why it's very important if you're looking to actually make real money, real wealth, get rich. It's important to get rich with your family members. So the biggest families in the world, like the Walmarts, the Waltons, they own Walmart. They all live together, right? And it's no coincidence, right? You might wonder, well, why don't they have their own houses? They're rich, why don't they have live in all different places in the world? They want to combine their wealth, which is exactly why they're wealthy. It all started down from their grandparents to their parents to them to their grandchildren. They all have wealth in their family. They don't want to give it, they don't want to separate it. They have, of course, they have fundraisers, funds, and everything else, but they want to create the wealth and leave it in their family so they can become more and more wealthy, right? They want to own estates, they want to own hotels, all these different things they can now do within their family name. The Waltons, right? Their household name. You have the royal families, right? They all live together. They live in compounds. They live in palaces. You have the people who own the M&Ms and the M&Ms, the Mars bars and the Snickers. They're called the Mars family. They all live together, right? You can even relate it to the Kardashians, who also live together, but they live in different residence homes. But they all live in the same area, the same neighborhood. Right, they're right next to each other. So how does this apply to you, right? Well, if you're looking to become wealthy and get rich by yourself, it's going to be very hard. You're going to be climbing up the mountain by yourself. No one's helping you. You can't reach out for a lifeline. It's so hard. But when you have family members, you have friends, cousins, uncles, children, spouses, they're all helping. Everybody's helping each other climb up the mountain together. When you're going when people are going to climb up Mount Everest, they go in groups, right? Somebody might have some extra rope here, somebody might have some extra oxygen here, some food, some warming gloves, equipment, extra equipment. Everybody has something to help each other out. So they go up Mount Everest as a big group and they climb up there together. They don't go by themselves, right? The people who go by themselves, it's very hard for them to make it to the top. So when you have people that you're coming up the top with, like a good team, right? If you have a business, you have good customer service, you have a good marketing team with you, you have a good CFO, you have people that are working below you or right next to you that are helping create the business to move it forward. You have your family and you have your friends. You can get together with them, look at different real estate deals and say, hey, we should pile our money up to start this real estate fund. Or maybe you can gather up with them and say, hey, we could start this type of bank account where every month we each put in 500 and there's 10 of us, right? So if we're all putting $500 into this bank account, that's what five times 10 is what, like, it's for 5,000, about 5 10 15 20 25, not really good math. It's 5,000, right? So that's 5,000 a month. Everyone's putting 500. We're not working crazy high income jobs. We're just working regular jobs, putting $500 a month in as a collective. At the end of the year, we have about 60 grand say in that account that we're now investing in either real estate index fund, real estate index trust funds, or we're investing in the S&P 500, or VU, which is tracks the 500 top companies in the stock market, and we're investing that $60,000 into that. And then every year we're going to do this for 5 years, and then we have about 6 12 18 24 30, we have $320,000 at the end of the year, right? So that's 320,000, and after a while that compounds, and that's split between 5 people, right? 10 people. 320 grand split between 10 people. That's still something. That's still something. If everybody sells at that point, and on top of that they took advantage of the 7% gains every year, they still have a lot of, that's just the money. 320 is just how much you put in there, but that's not calculating for the 7% gains, which would have been, could even be almost up to 1 million with that 7% gain. Compounding everything for 5 6 years, it's a lot of money. And you sell that, you make a lot of money back. But you have to do it with family members, with friends, with cousins, with uncles, with nephews. Get rich with your family, guys. Don't do it alone. It's very hard. It's very hard, very tough when you're coming from the bottom. Look who you can, help. Look who can help you along the way, and who you can help along the way, and you'll get there faster and quicker. So So that's all I have to say for you guys today. I'll see y'all later. Peace.